My name is Vijay Lakshmi Koppal. My topic name is war poetry. What is war poetry? Notice war poetry is a literary genre originated during war then times when hundreds of soldiers and also civilization kept up in conflict started to writers writers poetry has a way of striving the express extremes emotion at the very edge of experience. This is type of poetry is almost anti-war. However, it includes the very largest question of the life is identity, incarnates humanity, combinations like quality, loyalty, desire, and death. The poems have relations of the immediate personal experience to moments of national and international craze. What gives war poetry an extra literary importance. Later on, the work of the handful of these writers become a squad national text. Poets have a writing about the experience of the war, signs of the Greeks, about the young soldiers. Poets of the First World War established war poetry has the literary genre. Their commanding voice has become one of the defining texts of the 20th century Europe. In 1940, hundreds of young men in uniform took the writing poetry as a war of striving to express extreme emotion at the very edge of and association has the encode of become what Andrew mentioned as the call a scroll nation text. Broad nation's text, although war poet trends traditional of the refers active combining war poetry has been writing many civilization get up in confident in the other waves cast very Jim and W.H. Addison in the Spanish Civil War, Marchand Portuguese Paul and Rose Marchand in the First World War, James Function in Cambodia. In the global total war of 1939-45 that saw the Holocaust of the Belgium and Hiroshima validity not poet was untouched by the experience of the war. The same was true for the civil conclusion and revolution in Spain and Eastern Europe. War poetry is not necessarily anti-war. It is, however, about the way large questions of life, identity, inequality, loyalty, courage, confessions, relations of immediate personal experience of mentally of the national and international criticism gives so war poetry an extra literary importance. Won't write that even Shakespeare seems Wikipedia after sessions not of courage because session is the greater artist by because of the subjects. War poetry War poetry is the certainly studies in every school in Britain. It is become poet of this is methodology of nationalhood and expression of the historical constitution and political constitution. The way we read and perhaps reverse war. War poetry says something about what we are and what we want to be as a nation. Soldiers are useful dressed with a uniform that is used as a battlefields. This is pattern is similar in most current countries using the topical forest of pickle conclu complex, although the color of complex and other elements vary according to the geographical in which country world use the soldiers. Fear, suddenness, and importance could be good adjective that are used in the war poems and don't vary depending on the nationality of the soldiers. Also, they are portrayed as heroes for the people because of their courage. How are soldiers typical protested? Um, this is a common theme which until the various countries. What is this is exported still use about social which products such an image. What was the role played by women in wars? Thank you to all.